Tomorrow's a day without training, isn't it, my lady? So tomorrow, at the break of dawn, at the crack of dawn, I'll be coming in with the maids to help with your dressing. So please don't go anywhere, all right? Promise? All right, Lucy. Just please don't open your eyes that wide. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to run away on purpose. Since you're really sorry, how about starting to grow your hair out a little? Of course, short hair is easier to dry, but please spare a thought for the maids who struggle to style short hair. And it's time to start preparing for your engagement. Alexandra, in the life I once lived, you were engaged at the age of 15, shortly after the All Saints' Day. And a few years later, in winter, you married your fiancé and became Duchess of 𝐬𝐤𝐻. After 𝐬ᴜ𝐤𝐞 passed away, you quickly gave up your dream of becoming a knight, which must have been why you rushed into marriage. But things are different now. You no longer dream of becoming a knight, so you must train for even one more day and gain even one more person who supports your dream. Cyril, what brings you here at this hour? This man, I couldn't recall it the first time we met, but that day I remembered who he was. Sir Robert, on that tragic day, you were the one who told me about Alexandra's death in battle. In the future I lived, he was the knight who stood by Alexandra in her final moments, the teacher who trained the girl, striving to become a knight. If it's him, then surely he will stand by Alexandra's side. Lhasa, the capital of Severin. Today, I must secure a definite promise. A promise that the engagement between Lady Alexandra of 𝐬𝐤𝐻 and my son will take place within this year. According to what I've heard, the young lady is neglecting post-war recovery matters and is still absorbed in her little night games. Surely that's not the reason the engagement keeps being delayed. Former nanny of House 𝐬𝐤𝐻, Baroness Landon. Knight of House 𝐬𝐤𝐻, Sover. My second son is 16 this year. If the wedding with the young lady proceeded sooner, they would have had 2 children by now. Isn't that right? Duchess of 𝐬𝐤𝐻, surely you're aware that the engagement delays are due to the enemy kingdom, Aragon, breaking the armistice and launching a war. Count of Corsica, you don't believe the promise between our houses takes precedence over a national crisis, do you? My husband, Zachary de Arno, has taken the field in this war, under the banner of His Majesty. And now, we are requesting additional reinforcements from other noble houses. As you know, the Dukedom of 𝐬𝐤𝐻 was granted its title under rather exceptional circumstances by the former king, who feared for His Majesty Otyle's position. Though politically influential in Severin, it is not a house with a long history. Bianca de Arno, even if the Holy See recognizes you as a saintess, it won't be easy to request the dispatch of the Holy Knights every time war breaks out, and noble houses may not react well to the idea of additional deployments. So wouldn't an alliance with a house of long-standing heritage be all the more necessary in times like this? The desire to protect our kingdom isn't exclusive to House 𝐬𝐤𝐻. So I implore you to let us join hands as soon as possible. With a house like ours, House Corsica, who are founders of Severin and bearers of long history. Very well. Then how about we at least let the 2 children meet before the engagement? I shall invite the Count of Corsica and his son to the Duchy of 𝐬𝐤𝐻. Emilio de Corsica, the nerve of looking down on House 𝐬𝐤𝐻, to pressure the lady of the house during a time when His Grace, the Duke, cannot speak for himself. My lady, just give the word, and I will make sure he disappears without a trace. You always say such things. You've no idea how reassuring that is. But for now, I'll take your loyalty to heart. With Aragon declaring war again after 10 years, and Castellanes no longer our ally, House Corsica is one we cannot afford to lose. I don't wish to stir trouble. If we want the nobles' support, we need to wrap up this marriage business. My husband and I spent 15 years trying to ensure our daughter would not live such a life. They say my daughter is obsessed with playing knight, so we should at least let them meet her for themselves. Let them see with their own eyes what kind of remarkable daughter Bianca and Zachary have brought into this world. A few days later at Arno Castle. Mother has invited Count Corsica and his son to our domain. She told me to show them my full capabilities. Capabilities? What on earth are the capabilities Mother desires? They are coming to meet the Duchess of Arno, one who wears dresses and does embroidery, while twirling and dancing lovely. Does she mean for me to gracefully hide my true intentions? My lady, you were originally supposed to go with my son, Gaston, to the Corsican county for your knightly training. Do you recall, it was the Duchess who first proposed the matter of your training? Yes, I remember. She said that if I trained as a squire in the county that would become my in-laws, I would be able to naturally grow closer to the young lord of Corsica, my future husband. But then, because both of my parents suddenly opposed it, I remained in Arno. It was after I had already agreed to it, and my parents, even though they had always respected my choices, I still don't know why they changed their minds so suddenly. I have a guess. Because in the meantime, Aragon declared war. When she was first pushing for your knightly training, the Duchess wanted to show them your capabilities. She must have felt the same way when writing this letter. Wouldn't it be all right to show yourself just as you are? What kind of child the delighter of Zachary, the iron-blooded knight who saved the nation, and Saintess Bianca is? The daughter of the nation's hero and a saint. She wants me to show them who I am, just as I am. Alex. Father. You've improved a lot. Your stance is much better than before. No, I'm still lacking in many ways. I respect both you and Mother. You both protected this domain and its people with your own strength and methods. That's why I don't want to just leave the duty of protecting this land, Arno, entirely to someone else. This land that my proud parents protected. I want to show that I can protect it with my own strength, not my husband's. But Alex, this father of yours, hoped that the end of the path you walk would not be a battlefield. Gasp. A dream. Right father has my necklace right now. Today is a no-practice day. When the sun rises, Lucy and the maids will swarm in. I should get a little more sleep. Tomorrow, first thing in the morning, at the crack of dawn, I will be back with the girls to help you dress. You can't go anywhere. I can't sleep. Sir Robert, why is Cyril at the training grounds at this hour? He came to me a few days ago and asked me to teach him swordsmanship and archery. Since his right arm is still healing, learning the sword right away is too risky. But I thought archery might help with his recovery, so I'm having him try it. He said he doesn't remember, but he must have received night training back home. His concentration is outstanding, and his posture is good. When he was being bathed, I noticed that his shoulders and back were well muscled. Is saying something like this to a lady a bit much? I sounded like such an old man just now. Ah no, on the training grounds, I'm Squire Alex. He must have been following Vincent around the domain yesterday afternoon, too. Won't he be tired? Cyril said, He doesn't want to take up your time. He said that he will protect Vincent and himself. So you should focus on your own night training. He may already be struggling, in ways we don't know. But that's his burden to bear. Since this is the path he chose for himself, shouldn't we respect that? I had expected it to be arduous. Sir Robert was a good teacher, so he never taught even the smallest detail carelessly. That's enough for today, so let's call it a day. Sir Pierre is overseeing buckler practice today. That guy, I heard he fell off his horse and broke a bunch of bones. So how is he perfectly fine? Didn't you know? He's always been famous for getting hurt easily and healing quickly. It's in chapter 6. Jean and Thomas, the guys who bullied me last time. What do I do? If I run into them now, they'll... This way, 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿. Follow me. When do we get to teach that 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤𝐞 lesson again? You really want to hear Sir Robert call you a thug or a street punk again? Who said I wanted to get scolded? That guy bit your arm, remember? Among freemen, getting pushed around like that, it's a matter of pride. What is the third son of a viscount above brawling now? I'm going to lose it. I can't tell if this is the sound of my heart or Alexandra's. Alexandra's already engaged to someone. She probably just sees me as a younger brother. But if rumors start because of me, she's the one who will end up in trouble. You okay, 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿? Jean and Thomas, they're not bad kids. But once they decide something, it's hard to change their minds. For now, it's best if you avoid them as much as possible. Can you come with me for a moment? This is my other little sister, 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿. Gaston and 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿 are the children of Baroness Landon, my nanny. She's cute, right? 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿, this is 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿, the one I told you about. She is cute, but why suddenly bring up the nanny's child? I asked 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿 for a favor. To stop by Vincent's house every morning from now on. Lately, you've been waking up at dawn and staying by Vincent's side straight through till he finally sleeps late at night. You're making that face like, how did you know that? You've been through so much ever since you came to this land. I don't know what's making you so on edge, but I just want you to be able to feel even a little more at ease. I've actually felt a lot more at ease thanks to you, 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿. Look at that, you were holding Alex's hand like it's the most natural thing in the world. Alexandra grabbed it first, and I just reflexively held on. This kid notices everything, so from now on, I'll have to be more careful. What drove me back then was anxiety. The voice of that man in the dream, the one with the cold hands, was just too vivid. I was rushing about, turning things upside down, trying to find something. And it showed in your eyes, Alexandra. I've actually felt a lot more at ease, thanks to you, 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿. Still, it made me happy that she noticed how hard I tried. Okay. Alexandra needs more than just the title of knight. She needs real influence. At the time, the one who called for Alexandra to be deployed was definitely... What are you saying? Are you being serious right now? Count 𝐁𝐿𝐵𝐿. You want Alexandra, the Duchess of Arno, to lead the front lines in a war we're already losing. Sure, she trained as a knight in her youth. But what makes you think she can lead an army? Your Majesty, you have roots in Castillane, so you must know the story of Saintess Daniela of Castillane. When Castillane was locked in war with the Eastern continent for nearly 100 years, a country girl with no title, no knighthood, no nobility. rose up claiming divine guidance, and ended the war. Alexandra is Saintess Bianca's daughter, the daughter of a saintess and a national hero, leading troops into battle, wearing armor, leading as a woman, who supposedly had no power. Wouldn't every soldier on the front see her as the living embodiment of Saintess Daniela? Do you think I find it easy sending my own daughter-in-law to war? But surely you wouldn't turn your back on the daughter of the very saintess you chose. I choose to believe in the God who gave us Saintess Daniela and Saintess Bianca. Even someone as ignorant as I was could tell it was nonsense. And yet, truly a founding father, a patriot through and through, Count Corsica. What a brilliant strategy. Your Majesty, this is divine will. Your Majesty, send Duchess Alexandra of Arno to war. If I had resisted that twisted reasoning, would the future have changed? Would he have simply killed me right then and there? Even now, while I sleep, the ones who killed me and Alexandra are still in motion. No, if it's the Count Corsica I know, he would have found a way to have us killed, no matter my decision then. He had already decided how to use the bride he gained through a political marriage. That encapsulates the man, Emilio de Corsica. What I can do now is help Alexandra become a knight. And beyond that, expand her circle of supporters. And if the chance ever arises, I will kill Count Corsica with my own hands,